This is Mr. McMurray, and we'll talk about textbooks for this class. First of all, this is the textbook that is with it. It's called The Physical Universe, but it's reversed because of the mirror image, but you get the idea. You do not need to buy a physical copy. You have a copy that is built in to the course over here. If you go over here on the side, there should be one called Day 1 Access, which I do not see. So just a second, let me straighten that out, and then we will come back. All right, so we're back now. When you get ready to go to Day 1 Access for textbooks, it should be over here, and it should pop up in this page. Now, since I'm not a student and I don't have any books, so it will not go there. But you should have it up here, okay? There's also a how-to guide for student. Let me get that out of the way. Okay. And it has a how to do the whole, how to use the book. It's a little frustrating because you have to go a little bit of one page at a time to get through it. But there is a section on opting out. Okay. This book was one that we were not using when we started the course. And frankly, I feel like it has a lot more math, a lot heavier duty math that we're going to be doing and so forth. So it's not really compatible with what we're doing here. So I would recommend that you go to opt out. And when you go to opt out, when it lists your books, there should be an option up here that says opt out and how to get to the opt out page. It'll explain that to you and how to do that. Okay, make sure if you're opting out for this textbook that you only opt out for this textbook, not any other one. But that is what I would recommend that you do. Okay, because it's not very compatible and people have not found it very helpful to use that. Okay, so you can either then do it without a textbook, which is fine. A lot of people have done that. Most people have done that and have done fine. However, if you would like a textbook that will be helpful to you and help you, and you find that helpful to go back and check things and stuff like that, I would recommend this one. It's called Physical Science, a Conceptual Physical Science Explorations. I realize it's backwards since I didn't flip the mirror image, but it's by Hewitt, Suchoki, and Hewitt. And on the textbook page, it has the detailed information if you want that. I highly recommend this book if you would get the book. It's out of print, which means you'll have to go online and find a used copy. Usually you can do that and find one that's worth $5, $6, maybe up as much as $20. But I would suspect it's cheaper than the one that you paid for online. And when you opt out of the one online, you should get some money back. So if you just go in and write conceptual physical science explorations, it should pop up. One thing, make sure you don't get a lab book, just a lab book. Make sure you get the actual one. But like here's one for $29. There's one for $35. Those are kind of more expensive. Usually you can find one cheaper than that. Here's one $11 and $12 and so forth. So anyhow, you can do that. And I would recommend if you would like a textbook, that's the way you do it. Okay, all the lectures that are online videos should contain the information you need, so you can do it without the textbook. I think people have done that and been satisfied. I think generally, if you had the textbook, the Conceptual Physical Science Explorations textbook, generally people do a little bit better, and it's a good thing to. It's very readable. It's easy to read and kind of back up the information. So it's up to you. But I would definitely recommend that you opt out of the physical science, physical universe one that came with it and get that money refunded. And then you can decide if you would rather get the conceptual science explorations or not. But that's just my advice. Feel free to do as you choose. All right. All right. Just want to let you know that. And I will see you when class starts.